Have you ever seen an artist loved so passionately, yet surrounded by so much chaos? Taylor Swift is one of the most powerful celebrities in the world, a global superstar, a record-breaking performer, and a cultural force. But behind the stadium lights and sparkling outfits, there's a world that most people never see. A world of fan controversies, online wars, secret fandom politics, and moments that almost destroyed her public image. Today we're stepping inside that world. And trust me, it's not what you expect. Because this story isn't just about Taylor Swift, it's about the Swifties, the fan army that became one of the most unstoppable, and sometimes uncontrollable, forces on the internet. And the deeper you go, the stranger, darker, and more shocking it gets. Let's start with the moment that changed everything. It began with something innocent, a tweet, a simple joke, a harmless comment. But for Taylor's fanbase, it wasn't harmless at all. Within minutes, the person who posted it found themselves flooded with thousands of replies, attacked, insulted, and hunted across every corner of the internet. Screenshots were shared. Their past posts were dragged up. They were accused of hating Taylor, of disrespecting a queen, and of crossing the line. But the craziest part, Taylor didn't even know the person existed. This was the first sign that the Swiftie fandom had evolved into something bigger and scarier than anyone could control. Over the years, Taylor Swift faced many controversies, but none hit harder than when people began questioning her responsibility over her fans' behavior. Celebrities, journalists, influencers, even regular people started asking, is Taylor responsible for what her fans do? Does she encourage them? Why doesn't she stop them? And this question exploded into controversy when a prominent critic made a video breaking down her new album. It wasn't rude, it wasn't insulting, it was just critical. But Swifties didn't take it well. The critic's inbox filled with dark messages, threats. Photos of their home leaked. Rumors about their personal life spread, all in the name of protecting Taylor. But here's the twist. Taylor publicly preaches kindness, compassion, and empathy. She encourages fans to spread positivity, yet somehow, parts of the fandom formed a culture where attacking anyone who disagrees became normal. But that was only the beginning of the fan controversies. The next one was even bigger, and it happened when Taylor started dating again. Whenever Taylor enters a relationship, her fans don't just react. They investigate, they research boyfriends, they analyze lyrics. They connect timelines. They read hidden messages. And sometimes, they cross boundaries. When her new relationship became public, some Swifties began stalking locations, digging up old posts, tagging family members, and even showing up at private events. This sparked a massive debate. Are fans going too far? Is fame turning the fandom into detectives? Or are they simply too attached to Taylor's stories, music, and love life? But one controversy stands above all the rest. The fan war that erupted between Swifties and the fans of another major pop star, a feud that divided pop culture, dominated social media, and created a digital battlefield. What started as a harmless chart comparison soon turned into a full-blown online war. Tweets, videos, edits, hashtags, millions of fans attacking each other, defending their idols like soldiers in a digital army, and all while Taylor stayed silent. But silence is its own controversy. Because some people began asking, why doesn't she step in? Why doesn't she calm the fandom? Is she secretly benefiting from the chaos? The truth behind Taylor's silence, and the real reason the fan controversies keep growing, is something most people don't understand. But in the next part, we're diving into the fan behaviors that shocked even the music industry, the incident that made Taylor speak up, and the moment the fandom almost turned against her. The internet may see Swifties as a powerful fanbase, but few people know how deep the controversies actually go. Behind the memes, edits, and fan theories lies a side of the fandom that has shocked journalists, frightened critics, and even caught Taylor Swift herself off guard. The moment that changed everything happened quietly. With a single social media post, a fan account leaked what they claimed was a private document related to Taylor's team. Within minutes, Swifties spread it everywhere, turning speculation into truth, fueling paranoia across social media. It took hours before anyone realized the document was fake. But by then, the damage was already done. People began questioning the fandom's power. Was it just enthusiasm? Or was it something more aggressive? Something out of control? And then came the incident that made headlines around the world. A well-known reviewer posted a negative opinion about one of Taylor's new songs. Nothing harsh, nothing personal, just standard music criticism. But some fans took it personally, so personally that they launched a targeted campaign. They reported the reviewer. They spammed their accounts. Some even posted their personal information online. That's when public opinion started to shift. Commentators began asking, is the Swiftie fandom becoming toxic? Is this passion or a problem? Is Taylor responsible for stopping them? Even other fan bases began speaking out, claiming Swifties were crossing lines no fandom should cross. This all forced Taylor into a difficult position, because although she doesn't encourage this behavior, her silence was being interpreted in 100 different ways. Some said silence was approval. Others said she didn't want to upset her fans. And many argued she simply didn't want to give power to negativity. But everything changed the night a group of fans crossed a boundary that even Taylor's team couldn't ignore. During a major concert, a small number of fans began chanting insults at another celebrity who had nothing to do with the event. This wasn't normal excitement or fan energy. It was targeted, coordinated aggression. And Taylor saw it. She heard it. And she paused. For a brief moment, captured only by a few cameras, she looked uncomfortable, almost disappointed. Later, in a subtle but powerful message during the show, she said, "Kindness always wins, it always will." The crowd cheered. But many understood the message wasn't random. It was intentional. It was directed at fans who had forgotten the values she stands for. This was the turning point, when Taylor reminded everyone that her music is about storytelling, vulnerability, strength, and healing. Not harassment. But even after that moment, controversies continued. Some fans became convinced that Taylor was dropping secret clues in her lyrics about her relationships, her friendships, her enemies. They analyzed every photo, every outfit, every caption. They created theories, timelines, and charts. But sometimes, they pushed too far. There were fans who invaded private spaces, fans who tracked flights, fans who showed up at restricted locations, fans who believed they were protecting Taylor, even when it created massive privacy concerns. The fandom had become so powerful that even ordinary fans felt pressure. One fan posted online, "If you're not defending Taylor, you're not a real Swiftie." Another said, "You can't criticize anything she does." This created an internal divide, a fan war inside the fandom itself. Swifties began arguing with other Swifties about what it meant to be loyal. Some believed in unconditional support. Others wanted healthy discussion. And some simply wanted to enjoy the music without joining battles. This is the hidden truth about Taylor Swift's fan controversies. The fandom is not one voice. It's millions, millions of different minds, emotions, interpretations, and boundaries. And when millions of people love someone as deeply as they love Taylor, things can get messy. But despite all the controversies, despite the internet battles, despite the chaos, one thing remains true. Taylor Swift has one of the most passionate, loyal, and influential fan bases in modern music history. A fandom that can break streaming records, crash websites, sell out stadiums, and turn any moment into a cultural event. And maybe that's why the controversies exist in the first place. Because passion this powerful is impossible to control. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a deep dive into the biggest celebrity drama and fan controversies.